Welcome to Vendetta Sports Media's NBA preview series. My name's Jarrod Prosser. I'm here with Trey Daubert once again. Today, we are talking about Bing Bong, the New York Knicks, baby. Trey, talk us through the Knicks season.
Well, I mean, a couple of weeks ago, they were ready to throw a parade for Donovan Mitchell. But that did not happen. So last year, times were tough. Julius Randle forgot how to play basketball again, or maybe he never knew how, or maybe he only had one hand that could play basketball.
Still unconfirmed on all of it. Regression to the mean.
Yeah. They missed the playoffs, did not make the playoffs or even the play-in. 37 wins last year. So not great. Hashtag not great. But, you know, the Knicks, they're back, I guess. That's what they say.
Well, they're back to where they probably deserve to be honest. And look, they did get a little bit of growth. RJ Barrett found another level. Quentin Grimes.
Well, they tried to give him away. So.
Sorry?
They tried to give him away to Utah.
Depends what you read. But then again, if you're going for Donovan Mitchell, you got to give away something.
Sure.
So yeah, like you got to give to get. So no, I thought Barrett found another level. There were some positive signs, but yeah, I mean, it did prove how much of an outlier that 2021 season was.
Obi Toppin might be able to play, so maybe they found that out. That's good.
Well, look, the front office did the right thing by Obi Toppin in getting rid of Taj Gibson.
Sure.
Because Taj Gibson could be 115 years old, and Tom Thibodeau would still play him 20 minutes a game.
Hopefully he doesn't play 20 minutes a game for Washington this year because we need Hachimama.
Oh, my goodness. Yeah, look, I think the best thing to happen for New York for Tibbs in the long run is getting rid of the crutch, getting rid of his security blanket in Taj. But that's probably a nice little segue. They've lost Taj Gibson. Who else did they lose? Who did the Knicks bring in, Trey?
Yeah, so they made a big deal with Detroit. Alec Burks gone. I guess this was to open up cap space for Jalen Brunson, who they brought in. Alec Burks gone. Nerlens Noel gone. Kemba Walker also gone. In that trade with Detroit, Detroit goes against Jalen Duren. That's another topic for another day. Bring in Jalen Brunson, though. I guess, this was a family affair, and this was already a done deal 3 months ago. So Jalen Brunson's finally here. The only other thing they really did was Trevor Keel's second round. They could have had a first-round pick, but traded it to Oklahoma City for Ousmane Dieng. Went to Oklahoma City. So they did that. Isaiah Hartenstein's in. That's about all.
Underrated pickup.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, I got to admit, I think the Hartenstein pickup is really, really underrated.
Hey, first-round pick he was back in the day.
And good rim protector, very good playmaker from the elbows and the high posts. But he's obvious. We're burying the lead here. Brunson is the big pickup.
Absolutely.
I guess the big question, he's certainly not underpaid, but is he overpaid or properly paid?
It depends on how you look at it, I guess. I guess for the Knicks fans that are looking for optimism, when's the last time they had a real point guard that could do anything? You were running out Frank Ntilikina, and Kemba Walker was out there a year ago, and Derrick Rose is still getting
the fossilized remains of Kemba Walker. I mean, this wasn't Charlotte Kemba.
No, not even close. This wasn't Boston Kemba.
No, sadly,
so
it wasn't even Boston Kemba.
If you're a Knicks fan looking at things, when's the last time they had a real point guard outside of Mark Jackson? Because I really think it's been that long.
Possibly Charlie Ward.
So, I mean,
which proves the point, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Who did outside of Taj Gibson? Who did they manage to shed? And I suppose you've gone through the trade.
Nerlens Noel.
Was there any other peripheral players?
That was it. That's the list.
No.
Just that trade with Detroit are the guys they got rid of.
So this is really a bit of a three-headed monster. The Knicks now with Brunson, Randall, and Barrett. But who do you consider to be the main man on Broadway?
I think it has to be RJ Barrett, not former third overall pick in the draft, the same draft that Zion Williamson went 1. He's the face of their franchise. John Morant went 2. He's the face of their franchise. I don't know if you can necessarily say RJ Barrett's the face of the Knicks franchise, but hey, he took some big step forward this past year. His shot has gotten way, way better. I didn't even know if he could shoot at Duke. So he's scoring has gotten way better. And hey, he's also maybe the face of the Canadian basketball team. And they're better. They're a lot better. So I think it has to be RJ Barrett.
Yeah, I tend to agree. I've never been a Julius Randle acolyte. I've just he always strikes me as the good stats bad team type of guy. Yes, he had that one outlier in 2021 and led the team to fourth, but that was proven to be a mirage last season. Barrett, he had this wonderful shooting season last season.
Yeah.
This will be such a big season for him to show whether that in itself.
I never thought he had that shooting in him.
I don't think a lot of people did, but this is where it's going to be important to show that was genuinely growth and not fluky. Yeah. If he regresses to the mean, there's going to be a lot of heads and hands in Madison Square Garden.
Doesn't that sound like the perfect Knicks storyline?
Oh,
it's written itself.
Oh, it's been repeated so often. It's almost sad now. But I mean, he's a physical beast. He's a decent playmaker. He can turn into a good defender. But the shooting is the swing skill for RJ. Yeah. Whether he turns into an all-star level player or merely a very good player, like a third option on a good team. So I tend to agree. I think RJ has got to be the man now. I don't think Jalen Brunson has that in him. I think he's a very good player, but I don't think he's got star, number one option type of potential.
Yeah, that's asking a lot.
Yeah, but Barrett definitely does if the shooting is real. So we know who out of that three-headed monster is the star man. Are one of those other two players your X factor, or is there a random outlier that you want to throw into that section?
I have two that I haven't really committed to. Are we sure Emmanuel Quickley can't be somebody? I mean, he looks very fast. There have been times that he's a lightning rod coming off the bench. Can he be more than that? Can he develop like a real shot? He was a guy at Kentucky that had a lot of talent, but never really put everything together. I don't know. Maybe the Knicks have something here. And if they can have something with him and Brunson, now we're talking about a real backcourt finally.
Can he be Tyrese Maxey? Can he be Jordan Clarkson? Can he reach those levels?
That would be tremendous for them, but I don't think you can rule that out, can you?
I think that would be like the top.
But can you rule that possibility out?
No, it's definitely. I don't think it's a likely outcome, but it's certainly an outcome.
Yeah.
So who's your secondary X factor?
Obi Toppin. I mean, he's weird, isn't he? He's got some leaping ability. I don't know if he can or can't shoot, but I don't even know what he is yet. But it does look like he's starting to fit in. Like it does look like there were times as rookie you're like, this guy's lost. Like, I don't know if he's
and that was really sad to see in an older rookie, like a 21-year-old rookie as well. You expect that
there were times like, I don't know if this guy belongs in the league. But last year I thought he took some step forward. So heading into year 3, do we get a better version of Obi Toppin? Can he actually start scoring a little bit more, become a 12, 15 point per game guy? I don't know. I think he could be a swing guy for the Knicks.
And he's got to get the minutes, which we talked about Taj Gibson.
Well, that's the biggest thing. We haven't seen what he can do even.
Yeah, and Nerlens Noel's out of the way as well. Mm-hmm. Mitchell Robinson will be back, but realistically, the big man rotation now is Robinson, who's an injury risk, Toppin, and Jericho Sims, who is raw as all hell. Very talented, but raw as all hell. Yeah. So it's not. There is room for Toppin to carve out 25, 30 minutes a game here. I suppose Julius there, but meh. So there is room for him to carve out something here. But I do like that Quickley call. The Brunson can shoot the eyes out of the ball, but outside of that, there really isn't another ace shooter on this team.
Yeah.
If Quickley can turn into a microwave, even if it's a 20-minute a game,
he's fast. He can move.
Oh yeah, this is going to sound so cheesy, but quickly by name, quickly by nature.
Yeah, he is.
He really is. Yeah, even if he does spell his surname wrong. it's that extra E in his surname bothers me. It shouldn't. It's his surname, but something about it just bothers me. Maybe it's the ADHD in me. I don't know. But no, if he can turn into something, then the Knicks have got themselves an outstanding bench scorer for the next 10 years. So where do the Knicks finish up in 2023? Can they recover back to those 21 levels? Is 22 their results? They're more their level? Is it somewhere in between?
I don't know where you're going to go with this, but I think the Knicks are going to be a disaster. I don't know what the odds are for first coach fired, but I think Thibodeau should be pretty high on that list.
Interesting.
To me, he just seems like a guy that he gets angry, but the longer he's there, the worse things get. So he can change the culture in 1 year. He gets people to buy in. That defensive presence works. You get guys that have some energy. That you can turn some guys' careers around, like Nerlens Noel. And then the Tibbs words start coming out, and he plays guys too many minutes, and he doesn't want to play his young players. And now we're in year 3 of this, and I don't know if the Knicks are really any better roster-wise either. So I don't think the Knicks should be considered a playoff team. Probably 35, 37 wins around where they were last year is probably where I think they'll be again this year.
Wow. Okay, so Jalen Brunson makes no difference. RJ doesn't necessarily take a leap.
The East is loaded. Like,
it is.
The East is loaded.
This is the best Eastern Conference. Seriously, this is the best Eastern Conference I've seen.
Absolutely.
Since probably the early 90s. Maybe
my thing is like, okay, we're going to talk about this Tibbs stuff. Like, who are they better than that they weren't better than a year ago? The Hawks have gotten better. The Cavs have gotten better. Maybe you want to say they're better than Charlotte, but I mean, I wouldn't put them ahead of Toronto.
Pretty big piece in Bridges.
I mean, who did they pass outside of Charlotte that made the playoffs a year ago?
Yeah, no, it's a good call. It's a good call.
So,
like, I think they've made some nice little cultural changes, and certainly a competent point guard will help them. But
like even Detroit, are we sure they're better than Detroit? Are we positive?
This season, I think they will be. But in
this
2 seasons' time,
they will be.
That's a different question.
Yeah. So
but this season, I think they'll be better than Detroit.
The Eastern Conference is not a joke.
No, it's not. It's seriously, it's developed some really good depth.
Yeah.
So there we have it. The Knicks have spent $100 million to tread water.
Yeah.
Hashtag that's so Knicksy. And that will do us for our New York Knicks NBA season preview here at Vendetta Sports Media. My name's Jarrod Prosser. That's Trey Daubert. You can follow him at Trey Daubert on Twitter. I'm at hey_it's_JP. Again, subscribe to our YouTube channel. This is where all of these videos will come out, all of our NBA previews. So we'll be back with another NBA preview shortly. We'll see you soon.